The long-anticipated twist in Tamil Nadu politics is now a reality. K.A. Sengottaiyan, the Western Tamil Nadu veteran and former AIADMK warhouse, has joined Vijay's Tamil Vetri Kazhagam or TVK, setting off a major pre-poll realignment months before the 2026 battle. Just a day after resigning as Gobichettipalayam MLA, the 9-time legislator reached the TVK headquarters in Panayur, where he was received by General Secretary N. Anand, also known as Busi Anand. Large crowds gathered as Sengottaiyan was welcomed into the party fold, marking TVK's most significant induction since its launch. An influential face in Western Tamil Nadu and once a key strategist for both Jayalalithaa, Sengottaiyan brings 5 decades of political experience, deep organisational knowledge and strong Congo region influence, all of which the party hopes to harness as it builds grassroots strength ahead of the election. In a symbolic gesture, Sengottaiyan arrived with a photograph of Jayalalithaa in his pocket, signalling he remains anchored to Jayalalithaa Jairam's legacy even as he begins a new chapter in his life.
ஒரு தூய்மையான ஆட்சி தமிழகத்திலே மலர்வதற்கு வெற்றி கழகம் இன்றைக்கு தமிழக வெற்றி கழகம் இளவல் நம்முடைய வெற்றி பயணத்தை மேற்கொண்டிருக்கிற விஜய் அவர்கள் ஒரு மாபெரும் இயக்கத்தை உருவாக்கி மக்கள் மனதிலே இடம் பெற்றிருக்கிறார். இங்கே வந்த பத்திரிகை நண்பர்களே அவருடைய குழந்தைகளை கேட்டால் சொல்லும், பள்ளிக்கு செல்கிற குழந்தையாக இருந்தாலும் கல்லூரிக்கு செல்கிற குழந்தையாக இருந்தாலும் கூட, அப்பா அம்மா இந்த முறை அவருக்கு ஓட்டளியுங்கள் என்று கேட்கின்ற நிலை தமிழ்நாட்டிலே பல்வேறு இடங்களிலே பல்வேறு செய்திகள் வந்து கொண்டிருக்கிற நிலை என்னிடத்திலே சொல்லியிருக்கிறார். என்ன காரணம்? ஒரு மாற்றம் தமிழகத்திலே வேண்டும். தமிழகத்திலே ஒரு புதிய மாற்றத்தை உருவாக்கப்பட வேண்டும். தமிழகத்திலே இவர்கள் மட்டும்தான் ஆள வேண்டுமா? ஏன் ஒருவர் மற்றவர் நல்ல புனித ஆட்சியை நடத்துவதற்கு, ஒரு தூய்மையான ஆட்சியை நடத்துவதற்கு ஒருவர் தேவை என்ற எண்ணம் மக்கள் மனதிலே நிறைந்திருக்கிறது என்பதுதான் இந்த தமிழகம் வெற்றி கழகம் இன்றைக்கு பயணத்தை மேற்கொள்கிற போது அது வெற்றி பயணமாக நடைபெற்றுக் கொண்டிருக்கிறது.
Even as Sengottaiyan spoke, Vijay, in a video message, praised Sengottaiyan's long political journey, recalling his early years under M.G. Ramachandran, also known as MGR, and his role as confidant to Jayalalithaa. Vijay said Sengottaiyan's experience will provide, within quotes, maturity and field clarity, close quote, as TVK steps into full-fledged electoral politics.
அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். ஒரு 20 வயசு இளைஞராக இருக்கும்போதே புரட்சித் தலைவர் எம்ஜிஆர் அவர்களை நம்பி அவங்களுடைய மன்றத்தில் சேர்ந்தவர். அந்த சின்ன வயசுலேயே MLA என்ற ஒரு பெரிய பொறுப்பை ஏற்றவர். அதுக்கப்புறம் அவருடைய அந்த பயணத்தில் அந்த இயக்கத்தின் இருபெரும் தலைவர்களுக்கு ஒரு பெரிய நம்பிக்கைக்குரியவராக அரசியல் களத்தில் இருந்தவர். இப்படி 50 வருஷமாக ஒரே இயக்கத்தில் இருந்த அண்ணன் செங்கோட்டையன் அவர்கள் இன்னைக்கு அவங்களுடைய அரசியல் அனுபவமும் அவங்களுடைய அந்த அரசியல் களப்பணியும் நம்மளுடைய தமிழக வெற்றி கழகத்திற்கு ஒரு பெரிய உறுதுணையாக இருக்கும் என்ற நம்பிக்கையுடன் இன்னைக்கு அவங்களுக்கும் அவங்களோட இணைந்து பணியாற்ற நம்மளோடு கைகோர்க்கும் அனைவருக்கும் மக்கள் பணியாற்ற வரவேற்கிறேன். நல்லதே நடக்கும், நல்லதே நடக்கும், நல்லது மட்டுமே நடக்கும். வெற்றி நிச்சயம்.
Tamil Vetri Kalagam is everyone called as a youngsters party, but it's not a truth. It's almost 18 to up to 80 years. It's covered all the vote bank because of the people wanted the new change. As per latest survey, 82% people wanted the new government, new things. So definitely We are the youngsters, plus the 55 years veteran politician, a great leader, Mr. Sengottaiyan joining and Tamil Nadu Vetri Kalagam. Definitely it will head for the election management and definitely it will for the 2026 election.
Sengottaiyan has been given the role of Chief Coordinator of Executive Committees in TVK, a key organizational role with a focus on cadre building and constituency level planning areas. TVK is looking to strengthen after criticism over its response to the Karur stampede. Sengottaiyan was expelled from the AIADMK in October of this year after he pushed for the re-entry of Sasikala Natarajan, O. Pannirselvam and TTV Dinakaran. His meetings with them and with BJP leaders deepened rifts with Edappadi Palaniswamy, who later removed him from party post and expelled him. The AIADMK, however, is playing down the exit, saying no individual is bigger than the party and insisting his influence is limited to one region. Even as this assessment by AIADMK may be optimistic, but Sengottaiyan's familiarity with the western constituencies and his ability to activate second-line networks could perhaps help TVK penetrate the AIADMK's traditional stronghold. Sources also indicate his move could trigger further churn, with at least 2 AIADMK MLAs expected to cross over to TVK in the coming weeks. For now, Sengottaiyan's entry is being read as a very strategic lead for Vijay's party, giving TVK its first heavyweight organizer at a time when Tamil Nadu's political landscape is undergoing rapid pre-poll realignment. Let me now go across to the guest to figure what is the relevance of Sengottaiyan. Gobichettipalayam has joined us. He is the national spokesperson for the AIADMK, and Bhanuchandar Nagarajan, who is a very well-known political analyst. Vanakkam to both of you. Thank you for making the time. Bhanuchandar, it's all very well to say he's a 9-time MLA. He's someone who has a lot of traction in the Kongu region. AIADMK, it's been AIADMK's bastion for the longest time. If you remember, in 2021, DMK did rather poorly in that region. But the point is, I want to understand the relevance of it all. What is the relevance of Sengottaiyan? What is the magic wand or the magic pill he has that will suddenly catapult TVK to the arena where there are two giants, DMK and AIADMK? Bhanuchandar.
See, the joining of Sengottaiyan is a shot in the arm for a fledgling party like TVK, especially post Karur. They would have felt the need for somebody with a lot of political gravitas to understand and manage the situation that the politics of the state creates. There was sort of something that is lacking in the TVK, and I think they have sort of trying to address it. And as a first step, they have brought in somebody with such a vast experience. And secondly, Vijay is positioning himself, or he is, in fact, a superstar turned CM aspirant, right? And Sengottaiyan has worked with 2 of that kind, in MGR and in Jayalalithaa. So he can actually personally guide Vijay through some of the growth pangs that the party might face. So these 2 are the main things, and obviously coming from the ADMK stronghold of Kongu, this might unsettle a few equations within that region, and there are talks that more people are going to join. So all of this put together is something, a potent combination of factors that Sengottaiyan can influence. And one last point is that the TVK is also showing people that it can actually govern. Okay, that is something that is lacking from its image. It was seen as a party of youngsters and Gen Z people. Even the organization had a lot of inexperienced hand, except perhaps for Busian. And so this is a good addition on that regard as well.
I think your last point, I'm sorry to contradict you, or perhaps rather, not agree with you. It's too soon, too early for a fledgling party to suddenly find somebody who will come and change their fortunes. But then Indian politics is so interestingly unpredictable, isn't it? Let me now go to Gobichettipalayam. Satyan, thank you so much for making the time. Satyan, losing Sengottaiyan, I mean, 9-time MLA winner, very, very close associate of Jayalalithaa, also close to Sasikala at one time. Old timers tell me that how he would sit and design the itinerary of Jayalalithaa. he would see to it that not just during electoral campaigns, even on ordinary days, he was closely associated with Jayalalithaa and would organize things for her so beautifully. So this is experience, and there is no substitute for experience anywhere in the world. I strongly believe in it. Now the thing is, look at it, Satyan, he's carried Jayalalitha's picture when he went and joined TVK. Mr. Vijay, Joseph, he evokes MGR. Somewhere an atmosphere is being created for your party that as if you've abandoned all these ideals. Do you think the relevance of Sengottaiyan is going to be that he takes away a bit of the earth that you stand on, Satyan? Unmute.
Good evening, Sudha.
Hi. Hi.
Hi. Bano, good evening.
Good evening.
I think national medias are misinformed. Let me correct the misinformation. Sengottaiyan was never a strategist, nor he used to devise the plans for our leader Amma. Both are misinformation. The next biggest myth is he is a very strong force in the western region. That again is a myth. The western belt has got 54 constituencies. Mr. Sengottaiyan is confined to only one constituency called Gobichettipalayam, where he has represented that constituency for 9 times under the symbol 2 leaves, under the brand name AIADMK. Sengottaiyan has not delivered results for his district, Erode and Bhavani, where there are 6 constituencies. Not even once he was able to win all the 6. It was somebody else in the party, some other seniors, who had delivered those results. So let's cut across these 2 myths that he is a very strong force in the western domain and he is the strategist. He was never a strategist. The route and the rally plan are made by our senior leader, Turaiji, and Turaiji used to delegate job to Sengottaiyan for coordination. That's it. That was his one and only role in the party. So let us be very clear. A party which has got 25% of the state population as its members, party which has got 33% of the eligible voters as their vote base and members, is it going to be rattled by one person moving out of the party because of his own personal and ulterior moves? It's time for many to give way for youngsters. Mr. Sengottaiyan, time and again and repeatedly stated by our EPS, give way for others, has not done so. He started working for his own personal interest.
Right.
Rather than working for the larger interest and welfare of the party.
Fine, I accept that, yes. Satyan. But then there have been like feuds which have been...
Let me finish.
Okay.
Sudha, finish. Let me finish.
Go ahead, Satyan.
Let me finish. Multiple occasions, on multiple times, our leaders have reached out to him and told him to fall in line and to be in place. And when somebody thinks that he is larger than the party, then yes, he has to be shown the door. Men may come and men may go, but the party will go on forever. It is the 2-leaf symbol. It is AIADMK.
I agree.
The face of the party that will go on forever.
I agree totally.
Not individual.
I agree that, you know, we are talking about AIADMK here. I mean, which has decades of experience and having been at the helm of Tamil Nadu. But Satyan, isn't it true? Today you can in retrospect, in hindsight, say he does not matter. But Satyan, he had open feuds with Edappadi Palaniswamy. A man who wanted to say that after spending nearly 5 decades in the party, I also want something in return, was shown the door. I am not even coming to Shashikala, OPS and TTV Dinakaran about not being invited somewhere or being sidelined totally. I think Edappadi Palaniswamy was very, very clear, and I am very intrigued, Satyan, as to what is it that he wanted Sengottaiyan, that he suddenly became, was ostracized.
Mr. Sengottaiyan, who refused to attend a meeting congratulating our leader Edappadi for the brainchild began Avinashi Atti Kadavu scheme, which is now giving waters for thousands and thousands of villages in western belt of Tamil Nadu. He refused to take part that event because our leader Amma and our founder leader picture was not there. That was his contention.
Your leader
but
Amma,
it is the same Sengottaiyan
Satyan
who
and
is
Bhanu.
lobbying for Mr. O. Pannirselvam, who vandalized the
But then
party
today look at it,
which
on
is
your
as
screens,
a temple.
Satyan, on your screens, he's paying tribute to Jayalalithaa, your Amma, your leader, whom you call Puratchi Thalevi. Let's see what these visuals are.
Sudha, the same place where Amma used to sit and command all of us, a place which was donated by our founder leader's wife Janaki Ammayar, which is regarded as temple by 2 crore members, it was vandalized. Why O Panneerselvam? Now Mr. Sengottaiyan wants him to be back by setting a wrong precedent. And what are his priorities? His priorities are, it's about himself. Nobody else in his constituency should be rewarded or recognized with work or any title. It is only him. He cannot give way for youngsters. He has to be in the forefront, not Mr. EPS. There are seniors in the party who are still falling in line with EPS. Mr. Ponnayan, a much larger senior, our Presidium Chair, Tamil Magan Hussain, who is senior to Mr. Sengottaiyan.
Those visuals on your screen right now, where you see Sengottaiyan with Busi Anand, both of them paying tribute to Jayalalithaa Jairam, one of the most iconic chief ministers of Tamil Nadu. There, there you have Sengottaiyan almost reclaiming his closeness to Jayalalithaa Jairam, raising slogans in praise of the departed chief minister of Tamil Nadu, Jayalalithaa. All right, let me go to Bhanuchandar. Bhanuchandar, those are visuals, as you saw, where there is almost an attempt to reclaim Jayalalithaa Jairam's legacy, which Satyan says that these were the same people and Mr. Sengottaiyan was supporting those people who had vandalized this memorial. Bhanuchandar, I want to ask you, I look at it in a different perspective, and correct me if I am wrong. The man first picks up a fight with Edappadi Palaniswamy, as in the feud which we just discussed. After that, he says that doors should be opened for Shashikala, for OPS and for TTV Dinakaran. Palaniswamy was unrelenting. He said, there is no way, I am not going to do that. Somewhere, I think, one day, when Sengottaiyan is being written about, it shall also be written that he is now playing the role of a Margdarshak. As someone who has no other alternative, it's a Tina factor, as we call. There is no alternative, and therefore he's gone as someone who's the chief coordinator for Tamizhag Vetri Kazhagam, who also do not have enough of gravitas, considering it's not just their fledgling, it's also the blemish of Karur and the death of 41 people.
Yes, see, AIADMK is one of the great political movements in India and in Tamil Nadu. And to put it in startup lingo, it is something of a political startup that became a unicorn not just once but twice over. Once under MGR and second time under Jayalalithaa. And this sort of visual where TVK is trying to co-opt the whole movement should actually concern AIADMK, though Satyan may disagree that by saying that they still have the 2 leagues and all that. But this sort of a co-option is something that should worry the AIADMK. And so I was also thinking, like, how will TVK use Sengottaiyan? And I think this is a very good start. And Sengottaiyan also is also giving the impression that he's sort of looking forward, trying to pull the party or his new party forward. And see also in Tamil Nadu, political parties and even Indian political parties are pyramidal structures, right? So he will try to settle his followers. Like, he's 78 years old, he's a veteran. He'll try to settle his few followers in a new party politically. And there are a few members that joined TVK as well. And lastly, if Sengottaiyan becomes an MLA, or even if he becomes a Rajya Sabha MP, this is also sort of thumbing the nose at his rival now, EPS, and that should actually sort of give him some personal satisfaction. So there are a lot of incentives that are aligned both for TVK and Sengottaiyan. I think this is a very good start, and AIADMK should be really worried. And given the fact that it's going to be like a lot of very close contests within Tamil Nadu this time, All of these small moves are going to actually be very important. Let's see how ADMK responds to this.
How it really, pans out. After all, the elections are a couple of months ago and we shall again talk, Banu. But I somehow feel that this is the last kind of a curtain call for a man who is actually politically a doyen. We cannot take that away from him. And also, let's not forget that politics is about power, Banu Chandar. The thing is that already there, Dalapati Vijay has clearly said that he is the chief ministerial face. By just being someone who is orchestrating things, but only by the permission of Vijay, may be very tough for someone who has spent time with doyens like MGR and Jayalalithaa. Let me go to Satyan. Satyan, I want to ask you that the exodus apparently is impending within the AIADMK. Following Sengottaiyan, a lot of people will also leave. And the only reason is that they are not getting their due. Yes, your cadre base is huge. There are no two ways about it. Your rallies are getting excellent crowds. No two ways about it. But why should then the exodus even happen? That is the question a lot of people will ask. I shall leave it to you to explain that.
The primary reason is he is not able to prove himself among the growing youngsters in the party. People who are contributing more are becoming a threat to his existence in his own locality. The day his district secretary role was terminated, you could see celebration all across his constituency. They were all celebrating because they said this is the D-Day which we wanted to, because this person has never let us climb the ladder. And there are still thousands of cadres who are working day and night and who are contributing more to the party without any recognition or a reward. It's a time for a transition. That's what our leader EPS envisages. It should be the next generation which should come up front, and party should identify the next line of leaders. And you should be in sync with it. He's been rewarded not once or twice, Sudha. He's been rewarded 9 times as an MLA ticket representing AIADMK and 2 leaves.
But he wins. He wins. You're not doing him a favor.
So my question and challenge to him is, let him win on his face value without this 2-leaf symbol in the upcoming elections. Then I'll submit my conclusion saying that, yeah, I misjudged or me miscalculated.
Very good. But
the recognition and reward and whatever is reputation in the area are because of 2-leaf symbol and AIADMK, nothing else.
Right. Also, Satyan,
and he's a misfit to a political startup, and his experience and expertise is not going to add any value to a political startup like TVK.
Right.
Probably, yes, he can say that I can better plan a tour and a rally. That is not what a political startup wants. Political startup needs strategy.
Well, political startups or political parties need votes.
Constituency level.
They need votes.
He will not be able to bring it to the
table.
But
we'll have to wait and see how this really pans out. Even I've stuck my neck out that he'll maximum, like we use the term.
He will get a ticket. That's sure, Sudha. He will get a ticket for TVK in Gobichettipalayam. He will ensure that Vijay comes for the rally in his location. To see Vijay, there will be people. And he can boast about saying that it is because of me I had won, even if he wins. That's the only underlying stuff. And there is not going to be any change in TVK because he has moved from AIADMK to there. Because his contributions for the growth of TVK will be minimal or it will be zero.
Yeah, let us wait and see. A man who started his journey with DMK, went to AIADMK and now is with TVK. Let us see what kind of difference does he bring to this new fledgling party.